Hi everyone! In today's episode, I want to show you how to trim a Jamberry nail wrap. For those that know me, you know I am obsessed with Jamberries, so that's why I want to film this video series on how to apply them with the best methods possible and also doing the best removal methods possible. For myself, I found, putting tricks together of all different kinds actually helped a lot. So now I've condensed them all in this video series for you in my beauty channel at Shelly's Beauty Studio. And I'm really excited to show you how to trim a wrap. Now, this is a sheet of Jamberry nails. As you see, I've used a couple of these here already on my fingers. How to trim them. So you need your trusty manicure scissors that comes in the application kit, or you can just buy them from the drugstore. Now, how to trim a wrap, if you're doing it freehand, so a lot of times, if you try to, because they give you so many size options, these two on top are definitely for your toes. Now, the bottoms are all for your fingers, but all of us will not be the exact same size because we all have such different fingers. So you want to be able to trim the wrap to fit your nail properly, so that way they don't lift around the sides. So if you saw a wrap that is pretty much your size, but it's a little bit smaller, if you don't mind that little sliver you see on the side of your own nail, go for it. It will work perfectly. Now, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm gonna take the larger wrap of my finger. If I had the choice of taking the smaller one or the larger one, I'd take the larger one and trim it down. Now, I can actually trim mine freehand, but I'm gonna show you, so you would just kind of look at it and then trim, look at it and trim as you're measuring it out on your own. And it's actually turned out easier than I thought by trimming freehand. I thought that if you get a jagged edge, it's gonna look bad, but it actually hides it all really well. So it's very easy to trim freehand. Now I'm gonna show you an easier method that you don't have to trim freehand. And also this other method, you can actually use regular scissors in case you don't have the manicure scissors. So it keeps it very easy to do. I have this hand done, as you can see. This is my new jam set of the week. Now for this side of my hands that I've left a few more nails here undone so that I could use it and show you how to do it in other videos. I'm gonna show you how to trim a wrap on my finger that I know, which is my thumb, is the weirdest size, because not only do I have to trim the sides a little bit, I have to trim the top, because my top, if you can see, it's very flat. So the jams are very curved, and not everyone has such flat tops like me, so I need to trim the top as well. So what you would do is take a piece of Scotch tape and place it over your nail. And you would just take a pen, really. You don't have to put it on too perfectly or anything. Let's just kind of lightly, and then take a pen and just draw out your shape of your nail. And as you can see, I'm doing a very messy job of it. So I hope you do a better job at home than I am. And this actually isn't the best pen for it because it's one of those liquidy ones, which I didn't realize when I grabbed it. But that's okay, it'll dry. So that would be my thumb shape. So next, you're gonna take this stencil that you made and pair it with, so this is the front of the Jamberry sheet and this is the backing. So you wanna put it on the back of the jam that matches this the most, okay? So I would think it's this one. Let me actually double check. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe the next one. So this one, I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, this is the one. So the third one down, you're gonna place this on top and just align it along the sides as close as you can. And then you have your Scotch tape down there with your stencil on top. I'm just gonna blot this a little bit just because of the wet pen. I don't wanna get the blue onto the jam. So after that, this is done, you're just gonna take your trusty scissors, so your manicure scissors or your other scissors, and you're just gonna trim this shape out. And use your stencil. And then for my thumbs, or depending on the size of your thumbs, you would cut about a third or a half of the wrap as well while you're trimming it. So you cut it out this way. And we're gonna trim around the stencil. Perfect. So then now you have this all ready to go, but I got pen on here now. I'm just gonna wipe it down with a little bit of alcohol, okay? So that we don't have the blue pen here. So yeah, use a pen that's not inky when you're at home. Okay, so this is the size of my thumb that I'm going to do. You're just gonna measure it just to make sure everything looks pretty even and accurate. And it sure does. It's just a little bit crooked here on the top, but that could be, sometimes that could be like your nail shape. So if that's actually your nail shape, then just leave it, even if it looks a bit crooked. So I'm just gonna double check if mine is really like that. I'm just gonna trim it ever so slightly to get this little, this is hard to see, I know, on white because this is silver. I'm gonna put it here. Just gonna trim off like the little points. And so now we can start applying. I'm going to just take a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to wipe down my thumb, just to make sure I don't have any extra grease or oils on my nails so that this jam can apply properly. And as I'm waiting for my thumb's alcohol to dry out, I'm just gonna cut little slits on the side. You would have seen that in my previous video where we just filmed about dome-shaped nails. Just cut little 1/2 millimeter slits on the side. And turn on your heater. I like to apply my wraps on and heat them up with the backing on. Some of you guys, I know a lot of people out there like to do it without the backing, but I find if you heat it up with the backing, it won't curl. Especially the metallic ones, they curl really quickly. So we'll just heat it up a few seconds. And now it's more pliable and moldable to your nail and a little bit softer. And we're just gonna center it so that we see where the center of your nail is to the wrap. And we're just gonna eye it to see if it's gonna go in the middle, and we can start pressing down. Okay, so I actually don't even really like how I trimmed it, even with the stencil. I just want to smooth it out a little bit more. Again, with the perfectionist thing, that's why. So center it, and then as you saw, you can always lift it up if you make a little not mistake, but if you don't get it down exactly where you want it. And then this is exactly where I want it. So now I'm gonna press down with full force. And see how I got a little buckle there? Just gonna pull it out. And there you have it. This is done. I'm just gonna actually heat it up some more. You can hold it in front of the heater just like this, but I actually really like the plastic baggie method, where you yank on it a little bit and you hold it. And that's how you trim a wrap. And then you would continue with the steps afterwards, just like how we've done in the other videos. So it's very simple. You basically file it away and you're done. And your wrap is good for up to 2 weeks, and toes would be 4 to 6. Thank you for watching. I hope that this was a very good video for you to learn how to cut and trim your wraps, and hope you understood everything really well from what I've shown, minus, you know, the wet ink pen. But yeah, thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you next time at the next video.